Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Tannehill. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they were trying to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Tannehill on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The Cowboys at 8-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. To throw is Cousins. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Jamison Williams.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. On the move past the 40.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career. And maybe more importantly, a first down. Now Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw once more on second and 10. Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom, indeed. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The partner of this offense, 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night, 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know...
And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Oh, he's got some breathing room, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Right back to him on first down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tannehill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes
Tannehill intercepted again. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. 14, Cowboys 7.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Cousins. He'll buy some time right.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Mostert is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
2nd down and goal. Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Third and goal for Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he goes out right around the 39.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Cousins. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the 29, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. It's Williams on the catch. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Texans. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Kevin McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Tannehill now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A first down throw for Cousins. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Second down at 4.
Throwing, Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Third and long.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
A gain of 15 yards.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 31, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. First down, here's Cousins. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Cousins. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Cousins to throw it. Got a man, it's Brown. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. De'Ami Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
McPherson is set to be gone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Two 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go, here we go.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Cousins' throw going to be caught by Davis. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now Cousins. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much, maybe a yard, and that's all.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Let's go. Right.
They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. They'll start with the option. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Tag.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One last throw here for Tannehill. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.
So for Houston, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Dallas, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.